This case starts off like a routine traffic hearing, but within minutes, it spirals into something much bigger. Multiple charges, a suspended license, unpaid fines stretching back years, and then a critical mistake that changes everything. What begins as a chance of leniency quickly turns into a lesson in accountability when the judge realizes something isn't adding up. The tension builds fast, and one decision, one lie, could mean the difference between walking free and going straight to jail. The question is, was this just desperation or a deliberate attempt to mislead the court? Let's break it down.
Less than $200. You're charged with operating without insurance, operating without a valid license, and improper plate. They also show a civil infraction from the same date. Looks like they got that in here twice. You can't get convicted twice of the same thing. The 1-year misdemeanor insurance charge cannot be charged as an ordinance. It has to be under state law. The other charges are under Constantine ordinance. My advice is that we set this for pretrial with the county prosecutor and the Constantine prosecutor. See if we can come to some resolution. Do you have insurance on the car now?
No, sir. That car is going to the scrap yard, actually.
It got impounded?
No.
All right.
He let us take the car home.
All right. Your driving record shows you haven't had a license in some time. You had one. You got a bunch of unpaid tickets. Have you done anything to try to get your license back?
Your Honor, Indiana has my license so messed up. Every time I go to try to do it, they just lead me in a circle and I'm back to the beginning.
Yeah, and you can't get your Michigan license straightened out until you...
At this point, the judge is laying out something crucial that many people don't fully understand: the legal trap of a suspended license across states. Because a defendant has issues tied to Indiana, he can't legally obtain a Michigan license until that suspension is cleared. That creates what the judge calls a catch-22. But here's the key detail. Even if the situation feels unfair, driving anyway only makes things worse. The court is actually offering a lifeline here, appointing a lawyer, setting up a pretrial, and potentially working toward a resolution. But all of that depends on honesty and compliance. So ask yourself, if you were in this situation, would you risk driving, knowing the consequences could escalate like this?
Lindsay Evans.
All right, let's make sure you didn't drive here. All right, I'll set a pretrial for both Constantine and county prosecutor. And this I heard Ms. Jackson tell you, if you did scrap the car, I want you to bring in proof that you scrapped the car.
I was checking, sir.
And if you're going to scrap it, I don't think there's any need to get a proper plate. The problem is your no valid operator's license charge. You got some old tickets that you didn't pay. Again, in the old days, and I end up saying this a lot because I'm old, but they used to suspend your license, which I fully agreed with. If you get a ticket and you don't pay it, I'm in support of them suspending your license. If you get a ticket and you don't show up, they used to suspend your license. Under the wisdom of the Michigan legislature, they no longer do that. So there really isn't as much sanction if you don't pay your ticket. So you've got an unpaid ticket here in Centerville from 2019, and you have another ticket from 2000. 18 where you didn't show up and you got defaulted. So, although I think they cleared all that stuff off your license. So, I don't think you're gonna need to clear that. Your problem is you live in Michigan.
Yeah.
And you can't get a Michigan license until you get your Indiana suspensions dealt with. And I can't help you a whit in Indiana. So you can't drive. And if you drove here this morning, we're gonna have some discussion about it. I don't have an answer for you. I wish I did, but I'm gonna get an attorney.
I was hoping you did too.
Well, I wish I did. I used to say, I wish I had a magic wand that I could, you've already got a break by some of this stuff just disappearing. But you're on the driving suspended merry-go-round that I often talk about. I'm gonna set this for an attorney pretrial. Melissa, we're doing attorney pretrials on the last Friday of May, which will be the 31st, rather than the first Friday of June.
Right, I recall that.
For May 31.
Put it on my calendar.
Okay. You don't have any vacation time left. You have to stay.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, I took 4 days vacation, but then on the way back, I got sick. So
Oh.
then I had to take a sick day.
Where'd you go?
I just took my girls down to Panama City for
Good
a
for
few
you.
days.
This is the exact moment everything flips. Up until now, the judge has been relatively patient, even sympathetic. But then the truth comes out. Despite claiming he didn't drive, the cameras confirm that he did. And in a courtroom, credibility is everything. Once the judge believes you've lied, it doesn't just affect one statement. It casts doubt on everything you said. You can hear the shift instantly. The tone hardens, the options narrow, and now the focus isn't just on traffic violations anymore. It's on contempt of court, which is a direct challenge to the judge's authority. So here's the real question. Was the punishment about the driving or the lie?
What?
I don't want to miss my court date.
Well, I'll just leave you in jail until your court date. How's that work? We're gonna talk about this in just a bit. Kane Tom. All right, so I'm not very happy about this. You're not working, you're still driving a car. You told me this car was going to the scrap yard.
Yeah, the only reason we were in that car was the starter went out on the truck.
All right, well, I don't want you to say much about it. I got a lawyer for you, but I'm not happy that you stood here and looked me in the eye and lied to me.
I'm
It
sorry.
hurts my feelings, and I could tell when you told me that you were lying to me.
Yeah, I'm not a very good liar.
Yeah, so I don't know whether to believe you about any of the other stuff either. That's one of the problems with being a liar. She's already going to the jail with the other guy. He could just take you along for the ride. This goes way back. 2004, driving without a valid license. It was 2008, not 2004 or 5. Another driving without a valid license in 2018. You didn't pay that one either. 2019, you didn't pay a booking fee. I have this, plus some other stuff that you didn't pay. All right. We will set that pretrial for May 31st. Did I give you a notice regarding that?
No, sir.
I understand the pressure people feel about missing a court appearance. But driving here on a driving suspended charge isn't very good. Find you're in contempt of court for lying to me. Let me give you one.
In the end, the judge makes his decision clear. 1 day in jail for contempt of court. Not months, not weeks, but just enough to send a message. This wasn't about piling on punishment for old tickets or license issues. It was about accountability in the courtroom. The defendant had an opportunity to get help, possibly even resolve his situation legally, but that chance was undermined by a single choice: dishonesty. The bigger takeaway here is simple. Judges can work with you, but only if you're truthful. So what do you think? Was a judge too harsh, or was this exactly the kind of consequence needed to enforce respect for the court? If you found this case as eye-opening as we did, make sure to hit that like button, drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more real courtroom breakdowns that reveal how justice really works.
Booked out here in the morning about 5 a.m. So 9 o'clock.
Yeah,
When will it get booked out?
He'll get booked out. If it's only one day, he'll be booked out at 9:30 because he's going into custody at 9:30.
I swear, Your Honor, I'm done.
Don't argue with me about it.
I'm
I
not,
felt
I'm
like
not
I was
trying to
gonna,
argue.
how about 90 days in jail? Then you can set the thing out farther when you want to. This is your own fault. This
I
goes
understand.
under the category of the only person who's responsible for this is you.
I was just
I'll
really
put
hoping to.
release defendant at 5 a.m. All right, you go with the court officer.
So can I go and let somebody know?
Yeah, we'll take care of that. She'll help you with that. And we'll get you the court appointed paperwork before you go to court or to jail.
Wanna head that way?